A small boy stands on a dark stage, barely taller than the microphone. The bright lights are blinding. Behind the curtain, a sea of adult faces watches his every move. He begins to sing. His voice is a force of nature, but his eyes tell a different story, one filled with fear. This boy is Michael Jackson. He became a global superstar before he truly understood what childhood was. While other kids were outside playing, making friends, and skinning their knees, Michael was inside, rehearsing for hours on end. Mistakes were not an option. Perfection was the only standard. The warmth of a hug was replaced by the roar of applause. The freedom of being a kid was traded for the cage of fame. As he grew older, the entire world watched his every step. His music didn't just top the charts, it reinvented pop culture. His dance moves became a universal language. His songs shattered records and united millions. Everyone loved the king of pop, but very few knew the man. Michael grew behind the velvet ropes and sold-out stadiums. He was profoundly lonely. He was a master of the stage, but a stranger to normal life. He never learned how to simply be, how to trust, how to form bonds away from the spotlight. The stage was his sanctuary. Real life felt like a threat. So he created Neverland, a sprawling fantasy world filled with rides, games, and laughter. It was his desperate attempt to reclaim the childhood that was stolen from him. For a fleeting moment, he could smile. For a moment, he felt free. Then the whispers started. The rumors grew into scandalous headlines that drowned out his music. The cameras that once adored him now hunted him. The same media that crowned him king began to mock him relentlessly. His changing appearance became a national punchline. His quiet nature was twisted into suspicion. Michael retreated further into himself, away from a world he no longer understood. He spoke less. He slept even less. Pain became his constant companion, both physical and emotional. Pills took the place of rest. The show had to go on even when his body was screaming for him to stop. On stage, he was a living legend, a god among mortals. Off stage, he was just a man, exhausted and broken. When the applause finally faded each night, the silence in his empty rooms was deafening. In the end, there was no crowd, there was no music, there was no spotlight. There was only a man who had given everything he had to the world, and tragically kept nothing for himself. Michael Jackson didn't just live a life of fame, he survived it. Thank you for watching.